And if you'd state your name and address for the record.
My name is actually Tabitha Gibson, 3725 Peoria Road.
Thank you.
I'm actually speaking for Anna McHugh, and the reason that we are speaking is on behalf of the homeless community in Springfield. It is getting very cold. Alderman Edwards, who's actually my alderman, did speak about 28-degree nights and below. It's going to be a harsh winter, and we need outreach programs. We need somebody going out and telling people about our SOS shelters. We need funding for the SOS shelters so that they're actually hiring people for those, as opposed to Salvation Army paying them, and we don't know how long we'll be able to do that. There's no guarantee that we're going to be able to continue SOS through March 31st. And I know that you guys have a lot of funding issues as it is. All I'm asking for is awareness. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware that we have 3 times more of a homeless community than we started with 3 years ago. It is growing significantly every year for a variety of reasons. We have a lot of well-educated, employed people who are just homeless. They don't have anywhere. We have nowhere for intact families. We have nowhere for mentally handicapped. They don't really know where to go. We need more effective case management from HUC, from Helping Hands, from Salvation Army. We need people who can actually help these people and help them become independent living all by themselves. I work with a very nice man who had an illness, lost his job that he'd been at for 30 years, and is now in transitional housing because he was not taught how to save money to prepare for this.
Gibson.
This is all that I'm trying to do, is get information out there. We're very concerned about CWLP and whether they're going to have power, but some of these people don't have homes or blankets or food, and they're freezing to death. And I just don't want to see that happen again this year. And that's all that I wanted to do, was to kind of step forward and make everyone aware of what we're trying to do, of what I myself am trying to do as far as getting to know these people and why they're out here. And is it your own choice to be on the streets, or is there something that somebody can do to help you? Make them aware of what organizations do have the capabilities to help them right now. But it's going to be bad this year, and I don't want to see another person die.
Well, thank you. And in terms of the funding for the SOS, we have provided funding for that. We have provided additional funding when it has been needed, so that if it is cold going later than what we've anticipated, we've kept it open. If it gets colder before, we've opened it sooner. So I don't think you have to worry in terms of the funding being there, and that's just something that we have some flexibility in terms of working with, and we've done that.
Okay.
You may not be aware of it, but I mean that does happen. It happened last year, and I think probably happened the year before too.
Well, I know myself and my group, we're doing it, but anyone who's just out there and working downtown that can see these people and just kind of get to know them. Maybe if it's only one person, just get to know them and see why they're there.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question for Ms. Gibson. Are you affiliated with a charitable or a religious organization?
I am not. I'm affiliated with a not-for-profit group, but nothing that would actually have anything to do with this.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Gibson, what's the name of your not-for-profit group?
No More Victims 2.
Okay. Well, I think we appreciate your coming here and bringing this to our attention. I think the council hears what you're saying, and I think it was at our last council meeting, this council did appropriate, I think, about $40,000 in Roundup funds, which are voluntarily donated funds by CWLP customers to pay for the cost of the overflow shelter, which is operated by the Salvation Army during the winter months. So we're trying to do what we can to help the homeless, and we appreciate your bringing it to our attention. Thanks.
And we're also funding that through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
Right, and we also provided TIP funding for the Salvation Army to build the shelter, their new shelter on 9th Street.
The old Forest Main building.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have Buzz Nanavanti.